Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Leska. So today, before I even start, I'm going to cleanse my space before I do today's reading. And today's book is going to be Italian Folk Magic by Rue's Kitchen Witchery. It's a little broken, but it's okay. Have my special thongs. So I found this at the 638 Market here at Watertown, New York. They sell antique items. There I've been able to find my bigger fat cauldron. So what I'm going to use is one of my lime peel. I use this for purification, uplift energy. So I already have read the first chapter, I believe some of it. Yeah, the first chapter. So now I'm in the second chapter. But today we're gonna be reading together about saints and deity altars. I really like the message. So success does not consist in never making mistakes, but in never making the same one a second time. So yeah, you can make mistakes, but it's a learning lesson, right? So let's read Saint and Deity Altars. The placement of a saint or deity altar depends on many factors. The first factor is whether you feel comfortable with your saints or deities being displayed where everyone who comes to your home can see them. Honestly, I can see some issues if you have people you invite at work and at the workspace you can't share about your belief, talk about religion, because that could be a complaint if they feel uncomfortable. But and maybe your family members don't believe and have the same customs as you do. But in reality, if I have a family member that does not resonate with my beliefs, goodbye. You're not welcome. I'm fine with that. It just tells me, were you really there for me? Because I've had families where I've helped them so much, and even more than other family members who has rejected helping them. And they're religious as a Christian as well, and they don't want to help and support. They're always putting an excuse. I'm unavailable, I can't. But that family member didn't resonate with what I believe, so they're like, oh, I feel uncomfortable, I can't be at your home, it's not for me, I don't want to be around that negative energy. And I'm like, okay, then we're not gonna see each other no more. I do not welcome anyone who does not accept and respect my belief, because I respect your belief and I don't tell you to stop believing on what you want. After that person wanted to come back and apologize and send me flowers saying, I'm sorry, I should have treated you that way. And even my husband was like, you shouldn't have treated me, that person, you shouldn't have treated Leska that way after so many times that she has helped you, to get your medical insurance, your social security, even a shelter to stay instead of living in a shelter. It's unfortunate. People just are very ignorant and don't understand. They will never understand what they fear, because they've never experienced it. But I honestly don't care, and I have all my altars displayed all at the first floor. You have to also take into consideration where you share your home with and their feelings about a saint or deity altar. I have been to homes where the saint altar is right in front of the entrance. So I have like Goddess Aphrodite at my front entrance. Like if you enter in my home, I have my left side, my altar for the spirits of Jupiter, for wealth, prosperity, abundance. And then you go and dive deep into my kitchen. On the left side, you have Mother Mary at my kitchen. When you go to the dining room, I have my Archangel Michael, and underneath, Saint Expedite. On the right side, I have my ancestor altar and all my deities, altars, gods and goddesses, and books, and all my witchcraft. And this is my special altar where I do my craft, where I do my arts, everything. But on the second floor, I do not have any of them there, because number one, I think is disrespectful if you have them in the bathroom. I have been at homes where the saint altar is right in the front entrance. Facing forward, it is the first thing you'll see when you open the front door. You may find this placement comforting, and maybe this does not appeal to you, and maybe you don't want your altar where everyone can see it. Use your judgment and do what feels right. And I agree. All right, so the surface for this altar can be a wall, shelf, or table. So I have a shelf for Goddess Aphrodite, a little end table for Jupiter, spirits, and shelves for all my deities. It's like a bookshelf, but it isn't. And also for all my saints and archangels. You can have an altar dedicated to one saint or deity, or you can have a group of saints at one altar and your deities on another. You can also have a combination of saints and deity. So when it comes to mixing other saints and deities, some archangels, like Archangel Michael, may work together with another deity. I've seen it. And some deities, like goddesses, might not want to be together with another god or goddess, unless like you put Goddess Aphrodite and God Hermes together. That is fine. You know, they know each other, they love each other. There's a lot of whole background and history between them two. Another opposite would be not putting Goddess Aphrodite with Medusa. You would never want to put them together. There's another story about that too. Statues are not always easy to find, and when you do find them, they can prohibitively be expensive, and I agree. Sometimes I want to get a big statue, like 9 to 7 inches, but they're so expensive, like $60 to $70. If you get like a 5-inch, it could be the most higher. The price is like $35. The least would be like $18 to $20. There's so many gods and goddesses that in reality, even if you worship all of them, they wouldn't mind if you like placed them away for a while and then set them back their altar again, you know? So don't be discouraged. You don't need to spend a fortune to create a beautiful altar. I am constantly checking on consignment shops, thrift stores, and garage sales for statues or symbolic objects for my altar. So like you could go to the thrift store and they might have a painting of a beautiful woman with long hair at a beach. That can symbolize goddess Aphrodite for you. Or a woman with wolves. That could symbolize goddess Hecate with the moon. You know, and sometimes you don't even have to go to a thrift store. You can go and buy a tarot deck with different gods and goddesses, which I have, and I can share here. It's called Mythos Tarot. You can actually use this and substitute the statues instead, you know. And then the good thing is it like explains what their power is. This is Zeus, for example, god of purification, of rivalry and envy. Oh, it's Zealous. Read it wrong, but it's okay. Zealous was the son of infernal river Styx and a brother to the goddess of victory, Nike, the god of strength, Kratos, and the goddess of force, Baia. Zealous was a winged enforcer of Zeus' courts. Here we have Gaia, Athena, Helios, Selene, Nyx, Poseidon, Artemis, Thanatos, Prometheus, Themis, Demeter, Hermes, Atlas, Aphrodite, there's one, Apollo, Dionysus, and then this one is Zeus, Hera, Hecate, this one's Persephone. So there's many gods and goddesses. Soteria, Nike, Atalanta, Bia, Iris, Hemera, Heracles, Psyche, Cronus, Aeolus, Oceanus, the Moria, Epiphron, Phania, Theia, Calliope, Chiron, Plutus, Diki, this is like goddess Fortuna, Horme, Zephyrus, Rhea, Hyperion. This one is Pontos, Hermaphroditus, the Graces, Styx, Lethe, Mnemosyne, Hesperus, Charon, Amphitrite, Naiads, Hebe, Morpheus, Phoebe, Coeus, Chaos, Nemesis, Eros, I believe that's the son of Aphrodite, yep, Hypnos, Eris, Eos, the Erinis, Medusa, Nine of Swords, which is Phobos, Melpomene, Erebus, Aries, Circe, Uranus, so this is really good. Guidance from the Greek gods. And then here is, it's all gold. Here's the back of it. The tarot can be read up and upright and also reverse, so it does explain in the tarot book. So these are really nice tarot decks. So don't feel bad if you can't afford for a statue. This, I believe maybe it was 30 something, and this is less than buying an individual statue for $60 or $50. Here they have Pan as well. So Atlas, Hypnos. You can definitely just use one of them. All right, I want to do and dedicate for my announcement. I want to do a ritual or spell. Have my incense, my water, and my candle, my petition, and then start from there. But before you even start with any Greek god or goddess, it's always good to research their history, look for their Orphic hymn, and call them through their, when you're reading or singing their Orphic hymn, as well as giving them a little offering. Okay? Let's put this away. So dollar stores and department stores also sometimes have the right thing. That's true. They do have. Sometimes not even a dollar store. You could go to Five and Below. They even sell coloring books of gods and goddesses, or books that you can just cut out of below $5 and just place it in a simple frame and place it as your altar. And here she shares that she found a novena candle, and the kind that is sold at a Latin bodega of St. Barbara at the dollar store, and she was over the moon for it. She was very happy. Another one was that she found on the internet an image of St. Joseph, and she printed it. And then 8 by 11 inch printer, and she printed at either the library. You could, if you don't have a library, get your own printer. If you don't have your own printer, use your work printer. Even if no one's looking, that's fine. And then frame it. You know, there's a lot of frames that they sell at the Dollar Tree too, so you save your money right there. This portrait of St. Joe has been focal point on my altar nearly 20 years. The belief is that the altar is a physical door and window of the spiritual world. So, yes, you place the image for they can either reside in that statue or the image itself. That way you can visually see them. And then the water is a form of them using as a portal to come through, including the fire of the candle too. Incense, it gratifies them, you know, and it also gives them that memory. Okay, they're calling me with whatever type of incense that they like. Like, for example, Aphrodite, she loves roses incense. All right, and then it is the window where we seek out our saints or deities to request our help, and it is the door they use to enter our home in our lives, which is true. So I'm going to end it right here. I hope you enjoyed reading a little bit of setting up your altar for your saint or deity, and what are simple ways for you to set your own altar. Either you want to display it or not. Some of you might not have that luxury of displaying it at your home. Maybe you're a minor. I highly suggest that you get a shoebox and you create your own little candle, your own little small incense. Open the window, that way the smell can go through. Have a small image, just like the tarot card or from an image that you find from a book, and you should be good. And another handy dandy is using my Hobonichi, and I like to honestly write on my calendar what I did, what rituals I do, how many days. Let's see, for example, if I show here. So start blessing right night. So for example, here the 21st, I know for a fact the 29th is a new moon. So on the Hecatian book that I want to work on, I write on my 9 nights rites that I want to do with Goddess Hecate. And it just helps me track what rituals I've been doing and so forth. Saturn, day, I did the snake in the grass, expose our enemies, and other things that I've been doing. So I highly suggest you get your own, little planner where you can write and track. For example, here, cosmic contract I did, visibility ritual day, 2025 good fortune, abundance, prosperity spell with Goddess Fortuna, Tiki. And then what I've been doing, there's other things besides spiritual, also mundane, And then you can also write here scriptures, what you desire, I do here on this side, the 3 to 6 9 method scripture. And I can write here what I've experienced. I have here my little talismans, place it there. I love it. So you don't need to buy a Hobonichi. It's more cheaper buying it on the Japanese online store than buying it on Amazon. Amazon is like $60, while the Hobonichi itself, the book, is like $20. This one that I bought, the big extra size, plus the shipping was 20 something, so in total it was 40 something. So I hope you guys enjoyed your time with me, and just keep learning in regards to how can you add or take away for your handcraft and practice in witchcraft. So blessed be. May the gods and goddesses bless you.